What's going on, social media socialites? Let's see. It says that I'm live. It says I'm starting my stream. It says that I'm live. It says I'm live, so let's see if I'm live. This was an impromptu. All right, bro, I'm gonna hit you back. I just got your text message. I'm gonna hit you back, but as you see, I'm live right now. Let's see how we looking. I just got your text message. I'm we good. Back, but as you see, I'm live right now. All right, cool. We watching. So how we looking. Boom, we're good. So I need all of you guys right now to hit that like button and to hit that share button because we are back live. I had some technical difficulties earlier with the chat. Not with the chat. Actually, I was going to cook and I was going to share with you guys. I was cooking. So if you're watching this on the replay, he's like, Dean, what's going on? I'm actually, let's see, I'm dining al fresco, and I'm just going to chat with you guys. I was eating some grapes. Speaking of that, I need to go check on my fish. So give me a moment while I go check on my fish. So everybody that's in the chat right now, shout out where you're watching me from. And when I come back, I'm going to shout you guys out. And also, I want you to share this and let me know where you share this at. So give me a second, guys. I got to go check on my fish. Alright guys, I'm back. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I had to get my fish. Do you guys see how beautiful this is? Look. Oh my gosh, this is amazing. Look at this. Oh my goodness, this is so amazing. I'm gonna have to get this for the gram and share this. Oh, I just made this. If you guys, this was part of the live before it cut off. Look at this. This right here was swimming over there 45 minutes ago. Not 45 minutes ago. I didn't catch it that early, but this morning, at least last night. Look at this. Now this is talking about fresh fish. You see this? So, oh, you guys got to see this. I got to do a close-up of this for the gram. So this is so beautiful. So I'm about to, I guess it's kind of like somewhat of a mukbang. Let's see, am I in the middle? There we go. All right. Hold on for a second. They move some stuff around. They ain't got time. There we go. Hold on. Over there is the master suite. The balcony for the master suite. That horse over there. There we go, bam. You guys can see me okay. You guys can. Alright. There we go. There we go. Y'all can see me okay. Okay, so yes. What am I doing? Getting my cigar together. This is alive. I have no idea what I want the title for this to be. Yes, Great Cigar Greg. This is the Cohiba. Now, one of the things I love about living in the Dominican Republic, you get the Cohibas. They're not illegal. And because they're not illegal, the prices are very, very reasonable here. So I got my Cohiba. Have my Cohiba. I have my water because it's something that's essential for being in the Dominican Republic. Some ice cold agua. And I have these grapes. These grapes, I actually was munching on these while I was waiting for my fish to get ready. And I have this delicious fish. Ooh. Hold on for a second. I got to get this for, even though I'm on YouTube, I got to get this for the gram. Hold on for a second. I got to get this for the gram. That's how good this look. And I made this myself. Ladies and gentlemen, look at how beautiful this is. So right now I'm on YouTube. You see myself on YouTube live, but look at this. I had to get a close-up on it to get it for the gram. Look at the buttery goodness. Oh, this is beautiful. Got my Cohiba, got me some grapes, and this right here was swimming over there in the ocean about 45 days ago. Not 45 days ago, 45 minutes ago. Earlier today. Just say earlier today. It was not that fresh. I didn't catch it myself, but earlier today, this was swimming back there. So if you were watching this, come follow the link and catch me live on YouTube, because I'm on YouTube live right now. You see the comments? All right, guys. So I'm gonna go ahead and share this out. I appreciate the love, family. This is just a regular live stream. We got 47 people watching live right now. Let's get all 47 of you guys to hit that like button and hit that share button right now. Let's get this out there. So the same thing I asked y'all to do, I'm doing right now myself. Let's go ahead and get this out myself. So, how's everybody doing today? We got DL is in the building. Hey DL, how are you doing today? Yes, I am living in paradise. Absolutely. What type of question is that? I see you're living in paradise. Why? Why wouldn't I live in paradise? You said it yourself. Why wouldn't I live in paradise, DL? I can live in paradise, so why should I? Why shouldn't I? That's a silly question. I see you're a multi-millionaire. Why is that? Absolutely, of course. Why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't I? Let's go ahead and put these arrows down here, and let's just vibe. I have no idea what I want to talk about. I have no clue. I need to taste this fish before it gets cold. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, the butter. This buttery goodness. Ooh, this fresh. Look at this fresh, never frozen, buttery goodness. I guarantee. Got my grandma said. Let's go. Let's go. Fresh, never frozen. Buttery goodness. Give me a second, guys. The same thing I asked y'all to do. I'm doing the same thing. I'm sharing this right now. in my private Facebook group. I want you guys to do the same thing and share this in your private Facebook groups. I want you to share this in your chats. Share this in your chats. I want you to share this private Facebook group. Share this in your group chat and your group text. Same thing I asked y'all to do. I'm doing the exact same thing. You're catching me live. And you are catching me live. And we're going to talk about how I'm able to live in paradise and not be retired and be an entrepreneur. If that's something you guys are interested in, let me know. I'm going to interact with you guys in a second. But give me a moment, guys, while I send this out. I'm kind of all over the place. Let me get some more of this always fresh, never frozen goodness. I'm excited about what it's going to be like. Look at this. Look at this. That's delicious. And the seasoning that I used, I gotta share with you guys. The seasoning that I use is, I was gonna do it live, is Bodilla is the seasoning that I used. And Bodilla is the seasoning that I use, and I'm gonna share with you guys what that seasoning is all about. That's very good. Yes, the DR, Road Less Travel, the Republic Dominicano, the DR. I appreciate y'all patience. I haven't forgot about you. I am catching me live now. I haven't forgot about you guys, and I appreciate you guys. And even if you're watching on the replay, you're like, dang, hurry up and get to the point. Listen, subscribe to me on YouTube so the next time I'm live, you can participate as well. It's always much more fun live. I know I get more views after it posts, but the interaction is for the live, so catch the live. Posting a couple more places. Posting a couple more places, and we'll be good to go. So, look at your comments. Okay, so have you guys eaten yet on Sunday? So this is Sunday dinner, so you guys having Sunday dinner with me. It's a little warm. It's warm out here, the sun, but the breeze, y'all see the breeze? The breeze is amazing. I got my Dasani water, and I guess we could do some question and answer. Question and answer, somewhat of a mukbang situation going. Guess we can do that. I've never done a mukbang before. That's so good. Oh, I got a little bit left. There we go. Ooh. Oh, I burnt myself. There we go. Tested to see if we had any torch. We got the torch. There we go. Oh, it smells so good, guys. If you guys just could smell this. There's fish in the air, the garlic with the fish, the sea air. I love the sound and I love the sea air and this beautiful cigar. It's something about the sea air mixed with the cigar smell. They do it for me every time. I wish you guys had smell-o-vision. You guys remember when they used to joke about, I'm telling my age now, I'm talking about smell-o-vision and stuff like that. You guys remember when we talk about smell-o-vision and whatnot? Alright, so let's go ahead and shout everybody out. Let's see who is all in the building. If you shared this, tell me you shared it. I'm going to shout you out. If you shared it, tell me that you shared it. If you shared it, I want you to say share. And you guys, I'm going to give you priority if you ask a question. If you shared this, let me know if you shared it and where you shared it at. Let's see. We got 52 people watching live. Okay, see, we went from 42 to 52, just like that. I appreciate the support. You use Badia every day. Erica Griffin, that's what I'm talking about. Badia is amazing, isn't it? Let me see if I can show it to you guys again. Look at the seasoning. No salt, just like seasoning. Oh, it's just amazing. And just the steam, so you can see the steam coming off of it. That's good. So DV Production is in the building. DV just shared it. Hey DV, how are you doing today? We're sounding good, we're looking good. So this is our second attempt, because the last time, I was looking like a robot. I was like a robot last time. But now I'm doing pretty good. I'm looking pretty good. I am still a bit dark. Let's see if I can do something about being so dark. And that's because my light broke, guys. When I was moving. When I was moving, my light broke. Unfortunately, my light broke. So I have to get some more lights. They moved in transit, so it is what it is. And it ain't what it ain't. So let's see if I can. I'm just gonna leave well enough alone. How does the look? Does it look good, or am I still too dark? Let's see. Because if I make myself brighter, then the background gets brighter too. Because I don't have a light shining on me. That's because I don't have a light shine. See, watch when I do the game. Watch this. See, I get brighter. But then the background gets brighter too. It gets too bright. So that's too bright. That's good. That's good. Tonight is gonna look amazing tonight. So we'll just do it like this for now. This looks good. It looks just right. Good stuff. Thanks so much for that, Ultimo Dragon. Odyssey Hallman says I always look good. Thank you very much for that, Odyssey. I appreciate that. Odyssey says I almost look good, yeah. Yep, you lose the ocean when I make myself too bright. And I don't want you to lose the ocean because you can hear it. I want you to be able to see it. Perfectamente, delicioso. If you guys would not have seen the first part, y'all would have sworn that I didn't make this myself. That's how delicious it looks and how delicious it is. I look good, Catherine. Thank you so very much, Miss Chiname. Say I look good. Thank you very much for that, Miss Catherine Chiname is in the building. I love that woman. That's my auntie, guys. I love Miss Catherine Chiname. Say I look good, auntie. Say I look good. She said I look good. There we go. There we go. My auntie said I look good. My auntie texted me last night. She said, "You look so good, boy." She said, my auntie said, it looked so good. It's like I was right there with you. I said, "Thank you, auntie." The only problem was that it kept buffering. But now that we've upgraded the internet connection internationally, we talked about being able to do business internationally, so we paid for the upgrade to get the business upgrade. We're streaming on the level. So since we're streaming on the level, we're doing good. All right, so now I know that was a very long intro for the people that don't know who I am and just watching. I don't even know what I'm going to name this stream. I guess it's just Sunday mukbang. I don't know what to call it. Dining al fresco on the ocean. But if you guys have any questions, the best way to ask a question would be super chat to get my attention, or let's just vibe. The main purpose, like I said, for this stream was to check the quality of the internet service. When I was in the kitchen cooking this meal, I was checked it and it was smooth. But then my laptop went dead on me. So, oh, this is so delicious. So one thing I did want to talk about is the difference in the food in the Dominican Republic. So did you guys see that avocado? So if you follow me on Instagram and you saw the other video, you seen that huge avocado that I shared. If you saw that avocado, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see that avocado, I want you to say didn't see. Hey, Cynthia is in the building. Hey, Cynthia, how are you doing today? Cynthia says hello. All right, thank you so much, Bashar. Says it's perfect like it is now. I appreciate that. I shared this in the, oh, this you. Make sure I share this in the I'm in Cabarete. Let's see. My internet connection. Let me make sure. Yeah, we're good. So we're good. And we're Gucci. And we stop fiddling around. Okay, you guys saw it? Yes. So the avocado was huge. The aguacate was huge. And it's so cheap. That avocado was only 80 cents. And in the US, an avocado half that size will be about $3, $2.50. So one of the things that they talk about when they talk about the Dominican Republic, they talk about, oh, how dangerous it is. The Dominican Republic is so dangerous, but yet have had 0 mass shootings. Did you guys see that? I saw, let me finally show this. I'm going to show this to you guys. Blew my mind. We, in the United States of America, in 2019 alone, right? 2019, it's been 249 mass shootings. That's crazy, right? But yet people want to talk about how dangerous it is in other countries. Listen, that's the Matrix trying to keep you in the Matrix. That's that fear-mongering trying to tell you not to live your best life. That's that self-limiting belief. You already fight this self-limiting belief, and they want to try to tell you, make you feel like the U.S. is the most safest place. The U.S. ain't the most safe place in the world. I'm going to tell you that right now back. Listen, I live in a very lux area in the Dominican Republic. I have a guard on the beach, have a guard in the front. The minute you go to touch the door, you got a guard someplace there to protect you. Not because you need the protection, it's just because that's just how they are when it comes to just a quality of service. You guys understand that? But yet, if I go to the supermercado, I don't have to worry about somebody walking in trying to shoot up the place. The thing that I was talking about with the food too, in the Dominican Republic and in the Caribbean, they never talk about famine. There's one supermarket I go to, the supermercado that I walk to, that I go to all the time. They don't even sell certain items because you can go out. Like if I want to go get some coconut water, all I gotta do is go down there and get the coconut water. Literally, it's right there. Bananas, literally right there. So there are avocados that are just on the street. Just pineapples on the street, bananas on the street. One of my homeboys who lives out here, who I was talking to before I decided to come out here, his wife, they used to just give out avocados because they had 3 avocado trees in their backyard. Now they weren't on the beach. Like on the beach, we got the pineapples and we have the coconuts, but they were in inner part of the Dominican Republic, avocados just growing wild. And one of the things, and the bread here is, they just make bread, rice, everything, like plantains. There's no place you can go and not see a plantain tree, or not a banana tree, but a plantain tree. So one of the things you never know, that you never see, is people talk about the food or the food quality in the Dominican Republic or in the Caribbean because it's plenteous. It's the economy doesn't operate from a place of scarcity, a place of lack. You know what I'm saying? It's plenteous. And that's another reason why it's very tranquilo, very tranquil. You're not going to see a lot of people depressed and whatnot. Now, don't get me wrong. There is poverty here. I'm not saying that, it's raindrops and roses and whiskers on kittens. There are some people that have some poverty here. But hunger, you're always going to go with eating. Sometimes you might not want to eat some plantains. You might not want to eat mofongo, which is one of the things they have all the time. Chickens roaming free. Like, I'm in the city, but there's still chickens roaming free. Eggs everywhere. Chickens everywhere. Understand what I'm saying? You're not gonna see that as an issue here. One thing that is an issue here though is the water. I ain't gonna lie to you, make it sound fly to you. It is the water. I have not been sick since I've been here. I think because I do a lot of research. And I can do a video about it, talking about water and the ice or whatever. So I feel like my body has been detoxing since I've been here. And I don't want to be vulgar where I've been using the restroom not as in a, I got like not in a bad way. It's just a lot more frequent and a lot more softer. And I feel like my body is detoxing. Not in a way like, oh, something is wrong with me, like I can't walk and 2 steps away from the toilet, like I got sickness or anything, or like I have a bug or a virus or nothing, because I don't drink the water here, and I don't eat the ice here. I don't drink the water, I don't eat the ice, and also I go to reputable places to eat. So, but at the same time, I do see like my body is detoxing. Like when I urinate, it's the color of my shirt. My pee ain't never been this color. And I was talking with one of my real estate investor friends here, actually that's a full-time realtor, and he was saying how it's our body pushing out a lot of the toxins while we have to drink so much water and we have to dehydrate ourselves. But one thing I will tell you, that doggone Coca-Cola, that Latin American Coke, I still think they got some cocaine in it. It is so good. Have you guys ever had a Mexican Coke or a Latin Coke before? If you've ever had one before, if you know what I'm talking about, I want you to say had one. If you've never had one before, I want you to say never have. They're real tall and skinny in the bottles, and they still come in glass, or in the cans they're real tall and skinny. Have you ever had one of those before? If you've never had one, you gotta go to your local Latin grocery store and get you a Mexican Coke. Let's see. If you've ever had one before, you can let me know if I'm right or not. You guys tell me. All right, so Vishal, you said you had one. Blue Bull has had one. Never had. You had it in the Middle East, Greg. Doesn't it taste good? Greg, doesn't it taste like they still got some Coke in that thing? I ain't never tasted anything that tasted good. And I'm thinking, okay, when I get to the U.S., when I get out here, I'm gonna give up Coke. It's harder. It's more difficult because it's so good. Like one of the things that a lot of the Dominicans that I noticed that they drink out here is jugo de mochila. Jugo de mochila is apple juice. So I start to drink apple juice. Okay, cool. I'm drinking my apple juices. One thing I can tell you, the Sprite out here, I can't deal with the Sprite. The Sprite is too intense. You know how when you go to McDonald's and you get that fresh Sprite? Boy, oh boy, that Sprite out here it's like acid. So I can't fool with the Sprite. I can't fool with the Sprite. But the Coca-Cola, I think they still got some. They still got some Coke. That Coke is so doggone good. But one thing that I said when I first got here, I started to drink a lot of jugo de mochila, a lot of apple juice. And so at first I was doing real good because I had my jugo de mochila, apple juice, my jugo de naranja, my pineapple juice, you know what I'm saying? And then also I'm drinking my Brugal, my Cuba Libres. I'm drinking alcohol or whatever. And I wasn't really fooling with the Cokes. I fooled around and had one of the Cokes out here. Sheesh. Listen, tell me. Y'all making me mess up. That's how good it is. Y'all made me mess up before long. That's how good it is. You said the Sprite is nasty. Listen, the Sprite, Bluebell, the Sprite is just so intense, man. I'm telling you, that Sprite, it's too much. I can't deal with the Sprite. It's too much. It's too acidy. The Sprite is too intense. You talk about the Sprite in the U.S. when you get that fresh Sprite from McDonald's. Listen, let's try a Sprite out here. It's too much lime. Because out here they use a lot of lime for things. Not a lot of lemon, but a lot of lime. They use a lot of lime, like oh my gosh. the pollo chicharrones. Oh my God. The frito pollo, the fried chicken, and they do the chicken with the just drizzled in lime juice after it's deep fried and it's hot. Oh my God. Oh, it is so good. It is so good. The chicharron, oh my gosh, it is so good. And I never had lime like that before, so I don't know if that's the reason why the Sprite out here tastes so much, has so much bright lime to it, but I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you guys, look. That was the last bit. Delicioso. That was right here was swimming out there yesterday. It would have been, if it was Monday, it would have been the same day. I am gonna actually do a catch, cook, and clean, and I'm gonna grill right here. I have a grill on that side. Well, I'm gonna catch it, cook it. I'm gonna catch it, clean it, fillet it, and grill it for you guys, all in one day. I'm gonna do a vlog like that. There's a charter fishing boat that goes deep sea chartering all the time. That I'm gonna go do my deep sea charter when I'm doing my CEO lifestyle vlogs. But so, nevertheless, that was low carb, absolutely. Absolutely low carb. Almost no carb. Almost no carb. It went for the grapes. So one thing I am excited to see how my weight loss journey is going to be out here is going to be, I think, a lot easier. And the gym that I have a membership that's down the road, it's amazing. I gotta show it to you guys on the vlog. So, you guys have any questions for me? Y'all just vibing with me, just looking at me, laughing at me. Let's see how many people got just looking and vibing with me. Okay, we got 55 people watching live. Okay. Man on fire. That's good stuff. You guys have any questions? Show us some of the beaches running, Wilson. Well, over there is the master suite. I guess I can show you some of it, but it goes like if you go to my Instagram, you'll see when I was walking on the beach a lot earlier. I was walking on the beach earlier on my Instagram. If you go to my Instagram, you'll be able to see a lot more of that on the Instagram running. You'll be able to see a lot more of that like on my Instagram, and then when I do my vlogs, you'll be able to see a lot more of that on the vlogs. Now that we have everything rectified with our streaming, I'm going to start back doing the live call-in shows too. I am going to go live on TB's channel again tonight. If you guys have not subscribed to J Rich Live, go to J Rich Live and subscribe. Her account was hacked and stolen, so we got to get our sister back to where she needs to be. All right, so Trucking Linez says the difference between the Ironclad Corporation and the 12-month course is this. Okay. So Ironclad Corporation is we do the first parts for you. We help you. We actually do it for you. We give you a Ironclad Corporation, which is an anonymous S corporation that gives you the best tax shelters. That's going to protect your assets from baby mama drama. I don't know if you guys saw the video that Sinister did today. Did you guys see Sinister's video yesterday when he was talking about child support? I said I was going to do I told Sinister I was going to do a response to his video. Now I'm looking funny. There we go. You guys know I'm a little compulsive a little bit. Not just a little bit. I'm a perfectionist. So it got to look right to me. But Sinister, I don't know if you guys saw the video that Sinister did. There we go. don't know if you guys know the video, saw the video that Sinister did, but he was talking about baby mama issues and one of the biggest scams right now against the working class man. It doesn't matter if you black, white, yellow, Puerto Rican, or Haitian, or Dominican. It don't matter who you are. The number one scam against an attack on the successful black man is the child support system. So the Ironclad Corporation protects your assets. It protects your assets, including your income. It gives you anonymity. It's an anonymous S corporation that's going to give you the biggest tax shelters, which is the things that Donald Trump uses. What Donald Trump businesses are Ironclad Corporation. So that's an Ironclad Corporation. The 12-month course teaches you how to build business credit and to get funding. So the 12-month course, the first 4 parts of the 12-month course teaches you how to start an LLC, which is a limited liability company, because anybody can start a limited liability company, but it's not the most protection. Okay, so the 12-month course teaches you step by step. So what some clients have done, they have purchased the S corporation, they've purchased the Ironclad Corp because it comes with a business checking account as well, and then enroll into the 12-month course and learn how to build business credit and get funding for that corporation. So like a lot of people want to know about holding companies. You're going to need an Ironclad Corporation as a holding company. You're going to need an Ironclad Corp. So the difference between the two, that's the difference. So they're not one or the other. It's either if you want to be a single member LLC or a multi-member corporation or S corporation, the first 4 things about the course, you're going to need. Some people already have LLCs or corporations, and they don't need to get an Ironclad Corp. It depends on what your goal is. And then the 12-month course teaches you how to build business credit and how to get funding. So we'll do that for you. That's called a corporate build out, to where you don't have to do anything, but that's a one-time fee of $5,000. If you guys want us to do everything for you, that's called a corporate build out. So I hope I answered that question. Does that make sense? So trucking lane 2. So I just say trucking lane. I just say trucking lane 2. I don't quite understand the what that L. I just say trucking 2 because I don't know what that you're trying to say. So trucking 2. I hope, does that answer your question? I hope I answered your question. Yes, DD Productions. I live in the Dominican Republic. All right, so Bluebell, I've already relocated out here. Absolutely. All right, so Vashawn says, elaborate on getting my judgment removed. So when you say elaborate, what does that mean? What is the judgment for? So that's a different question. So what does that mean? When you say elaborate on getting it removed, what do you mean by that? Re-ask the question. You don't have to pay anything because you already asked it, and I'm going to be looking out for your question. So when you say elaborate on getting my judgment removed, help me understand what you mean by that. What type of judgment is it? And what do you mean by elaborate on getting it removed? Help me understand what you mean by that. Does the 12-month course include the personal credit workshop? Absolutely, Greg. So that's something that we give you for free. So when you enroll into the startup coaching, if you look on the website, it's the startup coaching bundle, because we give you the 720 FICO coaching for free. So that's a very good question, Greg. So yes, we give you the 720 FICO coaching for free. So Guy says, what's an anonymous PIC? I don't know what you mean by PIC. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Oh, you mean anonymous LLC. Anonymous LLC is anonymous limited liability company. Anonymous LLC is very good, but it's not giving you the maximum protection, and it doesn't give you the best tax shelters. It is good when it comes to protecting assets, but it's not the best. So that's the reason why we call it ironclad, because the ironclad portion is when it's ironclad is going to protect your assets and also protect your give you the best tax shelters, and also anonymous. And even if you chose to do an ironclad corporation and you wanted it to be a LLC because you wanted more liability, we could do that for you as well. But with an LLC, it's not going to protect you from a lot of family court. So unfortunately, in family court, there's something that's called imputed income. So when you are doing regular business in the regular courts, every court in the land understands a corporate veil or a corporate shield. Now, with a limited liability corporation, is one of the only in family court is one of the only courts where they don't care even if you are an LLC. They're going to pierce that corporate veil, especially if you're a single member LLC. However, when you have an ironclad corporation, they can't do that. That's why we call it ironclad. And it's mainly just for marketing purposes that we call it ironclad. I hope that answered your question. Hold on for 1 second, guys. Let's go ahead and block this user. People are so thirsty. All right, so Information Man is in the building. What's going on, Information Man? We need to catch up. Brother, it is a black man's heaven out here, Information Man. You hear me? It is a black man's paradise in heaven out here. One of my admins was like, I see you live in paradise. Why is that? And I said, why wouldn't I if I can? And I said, you know what? I had an epiphany. I said, why? Why not? Live my best life. I had a very intense 2019. And you guys know I love to travel. Travel is one of my favorite hobbies, and I hadn't been anywhere in a long time. And I said, you know what? Forget this traveling every 3 months. Looked at some property. Because a lot of the propaganda that was going on, I stole some property. I stole it, condo. I stole this condo. You hear me? I stole it. I stole this thing. I stole it. You got to know how to strike when the iron is hot. People say the world crumbling down. When CNN get to talking about something, invest in it. When they say the sky is falling, invest in it. The sky. I'm telling you, I stole this place. You hear me? But we can talk about that later when I have a lot more substance. All right, see if I can get to this. Okay, so let me find Vishal Martinez's question. Says, it's an eviction. You can't see it on the big three, but I believe you can still be seen on third party. Well, if you can't see it on the big three, then that doesn't matter. If you can't see it on the big three, then you're fine. Because that's what matters. If it doesn't show up on your credit report as a public record, then you don't see it. Now, what can happen is if you look at public records and people can see an eviction notice filed against you, now that is specific to certain management companies, and that's specific to certain apartment complexes. Some of them look at court records, but not your credit report. 90% of them are going to look at your credit report. Only 10% will actually look at court records and court documents. So if it's not showing up on your court records, if it's not showing up on the big three, there's really nothing that you can do about it, because a public record is a public record. Even if, for instance, if I'm arrested for something, you're innocent until proven guilty, but that arrest record is still there. Same thing when it comes to an eviction record. If you look and if there's an eviction filed against you in the courts, especially if you're like in the same county or in the same state, The best thing I would suggest to do is, if you're trying to move into an apartment complex and you run into that issue, go to a completely different county. Most of the time, they're not even going to see it. It's not even going to be worth it. Like I said, 90% of property managers never look at public records outside of what's on your actual credit report. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, I want everyone to say makes sense. If that doesn't make sense, send me a super chat and ask you a question and tell me why that doesn't make sense. Ask you a question behind it. Let's see how long this video is. Give me a second. Let's see how long this video goes. Okay. And then I just come back. Oh, I could have kept it running and just went back. Let me go ahead and delete this video. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da. I want to listen to some music. Greg, can you block third-party reporting agencies? Absolutely, Greg. You sure can. In my online course, I teach. Jamie Foon is in the building. Hey, Jamie, how are you doing? Where this thing go? Yes, if you in my online course, I teach step by step on how you're able to. Let me delete this. I just only people who choose can do it. No can do it. All right, let me save that. All right. So, matter of fact, my friend Jamie, she's from Trinidad. She's Trinidadian. Where did I go at? Let's go back to the questions. Let's get back to these questions. I see a couple super chats that came through. Thank you for your patience, guys. Let me get back to these questions. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-da. All right, we have 65 people watching live. Let's all 65 you hit that like button, hit that share button. If you are a YouTube creator and you have a YouTube channel, I want you to hit the share button and share this with your community. Share it with your community right now. So, all right, Okay, so Quentin Drake says, what's the deal with liquor killing our people in the resorts there in the Dominican Republic? Quinn, that's a very good question. So unfortunately, Quinn, there was a lot of, in Punta Cana, there was a batch of alcohol that a lot of the resort owners got from Chinese. And so what they did was they got a lot of fake liquor. There was actually a report that a lot of people in Jersey as well had fake liquor too. So think about it as this. If you knew how many people died in the United States of America, it will blow your mind on a daily basis. Let me give you an example. Like for instance, did you guys know that it has already been over 250 mass killings in the United States in this year alone? If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say OMG. I was shocked. I didn't know it was so much. So what happens is that these news outlets, their job is just like what a lot of content creators' job is, to get clicks, something that can be sensationalized. If you woke up and you saw that there was 5,000 people in your city died last night, you would think that it's an epidemic. You would think that the world is coming to an end. But that's a regular day in the United States of America, especially if you live in a city where there are millions of people that live. So it's about how people spend it. So there has been an outbreak, quote unquote, of bad liquor that a lot of the Chinese have been putting out, period, all over the United States of America, all over. And so because in the Dominican Republic, there's so very few people that do die, what they chose to do was to sensationalize it. And they chose to put a spotlight on it. So 3 people died. Then what they did was they took all the past 24 months and tried to lump it together so that they can sell clicks and ad revenue. And sell newspapers. Which is why I stole this luxury condo. When I stole this luxury condo and stole a couple business contracts because of it. Listen, I'm telling you, if CNN talk bad about it, you need to get ready to invest in it. So, that's the situation. Now, the reason why you're not seeing a lot of Dominicans passing away is because they bootleg things like Ciroc, very high end liquors. A lot of stuff that a lot of black people love to ball out on. A lot of Ciroc. It mostly was vodkas. It was mostly vodkas like Ciroc, and also what's my tequila that I like, Patron. And so this is the thing: the average Dominican person. Now this in our mind is different, okay? But as you can see, it's beautiful. It's paradise. It's tranquilo. You hear the kids in the ocean playing. You know what I'm saying? It's beautiful. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's beautiful. Tranquilo, muy guapísima, muy hermosa, muy linda, que linda, guapísima. It's beautiful here. It's tranquilo. It's tranquil. It's cool. It's calm. It's collected. It's laid back. Now think about this: the average Dominican person makes $70 per week. That's the cost of the average income, because that's why the dollar ratio is so huge. So let me tell you, 70 US pesos, $70 I think comes out to being 300 pesos. Let me make sure. Let me double check that. Let me switch this around. So that I want to switch it around. Yeah, 3,500 pesos. So 3,500 pesos. 3,500 pesos is the average weekly wage. That's minimum wage. The average weekly minimum wage in the Dominican Republic. In Republic Dominicana, in the US dollars, is $70 US, which is 33,500 pesos. Okay, so the average person. Prime example: this Cohiba cigar cost me 2,000 pesos. All right, 2,000 pesos. This Cohiba was 2,000 pesos. In the United States, this would be around $100 cigar. All right, so 2,000 pesos is a little under $50, a little under $30 is $30 US, right? $100 cigar, $30 in the US. Watch this. Dominican pesos, $3,500 is the average weekly salary. So these bottles of Ciroc, these bottles of Patron are selling for same thing, $30. These are luxury items. So if a person is going to get a bottle of liquor, which is more than half of their weekly salary, they don't do it. That's why a lot of them drink things like Brugal. And let me show you what they drink, because I got what they drink. Give me a second. Because I'm not stupid. Matter of fact, I want me a Casaca right now. All right, guys. So this right here. Ooh, look at how beautiful that thing is. Look at how beautiful that thing is. So look at this. Look how frosty and frothy this is. You guys see this? Presidente. Look at how beautiful and frothy and frosty this is. Woo-hoo-hoo. Presidente. See how nice and cold it is? Look at that froth. Woo, look at the froth. You guys see that? Nice and cold. So what most Dominican, especially the chicas, they absolutely love Presidente light. That's why I have the light. The light is actually good. The Presidente, this ain't no joke. So Presidente, this is 100 pesos, right? This right here, this cabeza, which is a beer, 100 pesos. The average Dominican makes 3,500 pesos a day. This right here, well, this is delicioso. Has anybody ever had this before? Has anybody ever had a Presidente before? If you had it, I want you to give me 3 thumbs up if you ever had this thing. This right here is so good. This right here, this is the most delicious beer I ever had. Most delicious beer I ever had. Hands down. It's better than Heineken. It's better than Coronas. Delicious. Second thing is Brugal. So this right here is Brugal. This bottle right here cost me 175 pesos, I believe. Because this is Dominican rum. So, extra viejo. So this right here is Dominican rum. So remember, $70 is 3,500 pesos. 3,500 pesos. This is 100 pesos. This was 175 pesos. So when you get that authentic Dominican rum, when you get the Cuba Libres, when you get the rum and cokes, the most delicious, this is the most delicious rum you're going to ever have. You want to know why Captain Jack, Pirates of the Caribbean, was drunk all the time? Because of this right here. That Caribbean rum, it ain't no joke. But this right here, strong and delicious and smooth. So good. So good. So that was a very long answer to the reason why it didn't hit a lot of Dominicans. And it hit mostly a lot of the U.S. because they want to ball out of control and get the Cirocs and get the a lot of the white liquors, a lot of the Cirocs, and get the Patron. And so because of that, that's the reason why a lot of them got sick, and you didn't hear a lot about Dominicans passing away because they don't splurge on those type of things. It's luxury items. If that makes sense, I want you to say makes sense. So Patrick Patrick has had a Presidente. Patrick has had a Presidente. Thanks so much for the support, Pat. Absolutely, Patrick. Yes, I had when I had this like yesterday, Patrick. If you look on my Instagram, I was on the beach when I got these Cohibas, and I got a couple of Dominican cigars. All right, so the next question was, all right, so Renee Spence says, hello, Dean. When are you opening up the enrollment for your executive coaching course? I really want to sign up. So Renee, you can go ahead and sign up for the executive coaching course. It's a lot of one-on-one coaching and consulting. I know you are already in the startup coaching. How are you liking startup coaching, Renee? How are you liking the startup coaching? All right, let's look at some of these other questions. Yeah, the weather is amazing. It's beautiful. It's sunny. It's warm, but it's not very, very hot, and the wind is blowing. And I have like half of my condo is nothing but windows, and I just hear the ocean 24/7. It's the most amazing thing. It's the most amazing thing. The humidity ain't no joke. The humidity is no joke, but it's a different type of humidity. So it's not as intense as Louisiana. It's like 50% of Louisiana's humidity. I'd say it's about 50% of Louisiana's humidity. The Louisiana humidity was no joke, like an oven. It was like an oven, but it's not as humid. It's a different type, and I think because the sun, like when I'm directly right here on the sun, so the sun is shining on me, which is making it a lot hot. But like if you're in the shade and the sun ain't on you, tranquilo. It's so cool. I'm sweating mostly right now because the sun is like beaming down on me. That's what's making me sweat. How bright the sun is, not necessarily the humidity or the heat. It's not like an oven. Like in Atlanta, it's like an oven. It's a very, 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 very dry. It's not as dry. Like Arizona is the driest heat I've ever experienced. Hot Atlanta in the summertime is just hot. Like right now, the wind is breezing. Oh my gosh, this feels so good. Like the air is blowing. It feels amazing. But because like the sun is setting right now and it's right there on me, is what's causing me to sweat mostly. But it's just amazing though. It's just amazing. Let's see what other questions you guys have for me. What other questions do you guys have for me? All right, so Renee says, after the startup coaching, my credit score is now a 700 and I have 60 in business credit. I purchased a cleaning. Awesome. Congratulations, Renee. I know we actually talked about, you called into the office because you purchased, and you spoke with my assistant. You purchased a chain restaurant, not a restaurant, not a chain restaurant, but a franchise. Man, did it go out on? It went out on running on too. I remember going over the phone calls, and I remember that conversation you had with my assistant. Very proud of you. So the executive coaching is opening up. It's more one-on-one coaching, one-on-one mentorship. So yes, if you're ready to enroll in that, Renee, you can. So congratulations. Your score is in the 700. When you originally enrolled into the course, Renee, what was your scores? Matter of fact, I remember we started talking about you couldn't get funding for a moment. When you originally enrolled into the course, I think you couldn't get funding from anybody. If memory serves me correct. What was your scores originally, Renee, when you originally enrolled? So you guys see Renee's comments? I want everybody to give me 3 money bags for Renee. Show Renee some support, because the same way it happened for Renee, it can happen for you as well. Listen, when I tell you guys the only person stopping you from being successful is you. I had to say the same thing to myself. Like I said, 2019 was a very busy business year for me. I went through a lot with the business, and I wasn't treating myself. I was cheating myself. And so one of my sponsors, who sponsors a lot of my travel, was like, Dean, how come you haven't gone anywhere? How come you hadn't flown anywhere? What are you doing? And then I was like, well, I just been so busy. I keep my head down. I'm grinding. This and the third, dealing with this lawsuit, dealing with that lawsuit, public lawsuits that you guys know about, ones that you guys don't know about. And I said, you know what? And they asked for some help. One of them asked for some help for a project here, because there's all of this news stuff that was going on. I said, you know what? I'll be there tomorrow. Came out here, handled that, started looking around, started talking about some more, looking around, talking about some more. Man, I stole this condo. Because of all the propaganda that was going on. I stole this condo, fully furnished, and I was just going to leave it as an Airbnb. Most people don't know about a lot of people don't know about all the things that I have in business. I diversify myself quite a bit. And there's a reason why there's certain things I don't talk about, because there's an adversary which is like the devil is like a roaring lion trying to seek what they can devour from me, unfortunately. So there's a lot of stuff I don't talk about. And so I was going to leave this as an Airbnb because I stole this place. And then I said, why? Why not move into it full time? Like I was going to add it to the portfolio, and I was like, but why not make it home base? Like, why not? And I was like, why not? I'm going to do a whole video talking about it in more detail, which is the reason why you need those ironclad corporations. Listen, what my man say for the Hair Club for Men, I'm not just a client, I'm a president. I'm not only the client, I'm a player president. That's what Diddy said. There's a reason why. You guys see that I'm in a public lawsuit right now, but there's other stuff behind the scenes that you guys don't see. Unfortunately, when you try to make yourself successful, you are a target. And unfortunately, that's the case, but I ain't never backed down and ran from nobody. You understand what I'm saying? But I do know how to protect myself, know how to protect my assets, know how to protect myself. You understand what I'm saying? So, man, I have to put this in the cleaners. But nevertheless, so I said, you know what? Why not make it my home base? So I'm going to remodel this place, and I was going to completely remodel the place and put in my own stuff, a lot of stuff from home, and then also a lot of new stuff because my color schemes, I was changing it up for being over here. And I was going to show more after I upgrade a lot of things. But, and I said, you know what, let's just go with the flow. Let me not be too methodical about everything. Let me just live and enjoy life. So to answer, whose question was that? I think that was, somebody asked that question. I don't remember. What question was it that somebody asked? What question was that, guys? Thanks so much, Eric. I'm glad that you like to watch, my man. Information Man says interesting. Yes, Information Man, we got to talk about it. Gordon says, Renee, how long have you been in the course to see your credit results? Everyone's situation is different. Oh, your score started at a 560. That's what I'm talking about, Renee. So you went from a 560 to a 700. Congratulations. I want everybody right now to drop 700. Say 700 right now for Renee. I see the money bags. Thank you for participating. So Odyssey gave the money bags. Thanks for that. Travis gave the money bags. Thanks for that. Marcus Lewis gave the money bags. Team 48. I appreciate that. Albert Williams. I appreciate that. Greg. I appreciate that. Vashon. I appreciate that. But I want y'all to put 700 in the 700 club. It took her 6 months, but it doesn't have to take everybody 6 months. To be very candid with you, the average person sees results. And it doesn't go directly from 500 to 700. It's different steps, you know what I'm saying? There are different levels that you have to go through. And you start to see results in 45 days. But it took Renee 6 months to get to the 700 club. But we got a lot of good stuff. So that's what I'm talking about, 700 club. Congratulations. Let's see, what other questions are there? Wayne says, love to see success, man. Success, men of color. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. Absolutely, Wayne. And that's what a lot of this was about. That's what it was. Somebody was like, why? So I stole this place. I stole it. Just take your mind back to what we talked about pesos, everybody. And think about the hysteria, the propaganda, the fear of, oh my gosh, this is the worst place to be. Because so many people are dying. All the black people are dying. And then when I started to get certain phone calls from people too, I'm like, you're there and you're having issues. So I was like, I'll be there tomorrow. And I came on some business stuff because I was like, I needed a break. If you guys saw my Instagram, you guys saw when I was here last. If you guys saw it, I want you to say saw it. When I said business trip, I was posting hashtag business trip. Now I'm an expatriate. It's expat. But before it was hashtag business trip. If you guys saw that before, I want you to say saw it. And it was at the end of that, I actually extended my trip for an extra 6 days just to square away this. And then you guys saw I actually went live, matter of fact, from Santo Domingo. Like I'm in La Playa, which is the most protected. I love the Dominican Republic, and I love this area, is because on one side of us we have the ocean, and on the other side of us we have the mountains. So we're protected from hurricanes. So that's why this is somewhat like of a luxury. So it's like what Trump wants to talk about building the wall. Well, Jehovah God built the wall around the northern part of the Dominican Republic, the part that I'm at. So a hurricane hasn't hit here in 100 and some odd years because it's protected for the north part, because the hurricanes come from the bottom, but we're protected. It's so wonderful. But nevertheless, I'm in La Playa. I'm on the playa. So, but I went to the capital, Ciudad, the city, which is Santo Domingo, which is 4 hours away. And I was actually live in a Burger King, which was when I did that business trip. And I extended it, for, like I said, for another 8 days to steal. to steal this luxury condo. Oh, this bad, but. And so in the process of talking with my business partners and talking with my partners, and then on top of it comes with an extra contract on some stuff. So I was like, well, hold up. Let me go ahead and, why not make it full time? Why not? It's fully furnished. Why not? And so, like I said, I'm going to upgrade the furnishings, and I'm going to do it before and after. I'm going to do it before and after. All right, so let's see. Renee says the course was definitely worth it. I want the executive course. Absolutely. So Odyssey, you said you saw it. Thanks so much for your support. I appreciate that. Gordon Collins says thanks for that. So you guys, we've got 68 people watching live and only 51 thumbs up and 1 thumbs down. Okay, I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that 1 thumbs down from that hate. I want everybody else to hit that thumbs up button right now. Everyone else hit that thumbs up button right now. Everyone else hit the thumbs up button. If you value this content, let the haters know. Hit the thumbs up button to make the haters mad. So what other questions you guys have for me? I don't even know how long I've been live. That salmon, not the salmon, but that fish was so light and good. It was so good. And I'm full. I feel satisfied because I had the grapes. I mean, I got a cabeza. I got this cabeza. I wasn't planning on having it, but it's light. I don't even have calorie intakes and stuff on it, but it's a Presidente. It's worth it. Very delicious. All right, so Alex says, how does 1099 work? That's a very good question, Alex. Most people, when they're 1099, what they do is they make themselves a sole proprietor or a DBA doing business as, just so they can be 1099. And that's a bad mistake, because in the eyes of the IRS, when you're 1099, you're considered a business. You're an independent contractor. All right? So you need to get tax shelters and you need to get protection. Hold on for a second. Let me do something with my lighting is really bad right now. The sun is starting to go down. And this is live, so give me a second. Let me see. Give me a moment, guys. There we go. I'm a lot lighter now. Let's see. Give me a moment, guys. The sun is starting to go down, so there we go. Give me a moment. I gotta play with my exposure. Give me a moment. This is live. There we go. There we go. Is that good? Does that look good? How does that look to you guys? How does that look? If that looks good, let me know if that looks good or not. It's going to change once I get my lighting situated. And that's going to be situated come tomorrow, Monday. Now, one thing, too, about living in the Dominican Republic, everything shuts down on Sunday. Domingo es para familia. Sunday is definitely for the family. Domingo es para familia. So, one of the hardware stores that I was going to, that I found the lighting, they're not open. Looks great. Thanks so much for that, Marcel. I appreciate that. Looks good now. Looks good. Looks good. Looks great. Looks good. Okay, thanks for that. TC says it looks good. All right, so basically what a 1099 is, what happens is that a lot of trucking companies, a lot of sales positions, a lot of smaller businesses, they want to 1099 their employees. So even though it's like you're an employee, but you're not an employee, in the eyes of the IRS and in the eyes of the IRS, you are a business. So the mistake that most people do is they don't establish business credit and they don't establish a business profile, and they'll just go and get a DBA, an EIN number, a sole proprietor, and then they'll sign their 1099. So what happens is that you get all your money up front, but you're not taxed on anything. So that can be a good thing, because now you get to claim a lot of tax credits, but you don't get to claim that many tax credits. That's the reason why everybody who is a 1099 employee really needs to make themselves a legitimate business in the eyes of the banks. Now, in the eyes of the IRS, you're a legitimate business, and they're going to tax you like a legitimate business, and you can be double taxed. But in the eyes of the banks, take advantage of the fact that you're 1099 and become a legitimate business and build business credit that's separate from your personal credit. So like, for instance, Renee says that she has a 700 FICO and she has a 60 paydex score, and she has business credit and business funding. So because she built her business up. And Renee is not in the trucking industry. She purchased a cleaners, a franchise. Somebody asked, do we help with franchises? Yes, a franchise is nothing but a holding company, because a holding company, if you look at one of the most popular moguls that are doing it big right now with franchises is Rick Ross. If you look at Rick Ross owns, I think he owns 200 Wingstops, I think 150 Checkers. But on the paperwork, it doesn't say Rick Ross Wingstop. What it will say is Rich Forever Holdings. I think that's what his name is, Rich Forever. It's Rich Forever Holdings, location 102. Rich Forever Holdings, locations 103. Because that's what it is, it's a holding company. So on paper, that's how you get a lot of people that can own multiple different restaurants. If you knew that, I want you to say knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say didn't know. 2 words. If you knew that, knew that. If you didn't know that, I want you to say didn't know. So that's the purposes of a holding company. So you can legit, like for instance, be working at DeSunny, throwing water at DeSunny, throwing water on trucks, working 9 to 5, Monday through Friday, throwing water on trucks, 9 to 5. But you can build up to $250,000 in business credit in a holding company, but yet you steady throwing water. One day you come to your boss and you say, you know what? I quit. I want to buy a Taco Bell. Because Taco Bell only wants $200 in assets. So you say, you know what? You go buy yourself a Taco Bell, and you go from throwing water to now running a Taco Bell. And the Taco Bell isn't going to say Taco Bell owned by Leroy. It's going to say Leroy Legacy Group, holding company, location, and it's going to mostly be the street number of the location. And that's how you're able to do that, then reproduce yourself. So that's why if you notice, most franchisees have multiple different franchises. They don't just have one. Unless you're dealing with McDonald's. Because McDonald's, if you guys have ever seen the story called The Founder on Netflix, it's gonna bless the city of soul, gonna blow your mind. It is so good. The Founder is so motivating. Unless you're dealing with McDonald's. McDonald's wants you to have $500,000 in assets, and then they want you to work there for a year. Chick-fil-A is the exact same way. Chick-fil-A is the exact same way. So let's go ahead and look at these comments. All right, so Marcel knew that. Odyssey says you knew that. All right, so TC says didn't know. I'm glad I taught you something new. Trucking Lane says didn't know. All right, 66 Miracle says didn't know. Master P just opened up a new franchise. Absolutely. Marcel, what's the franchise that Master P just opened up? I want to look into it. So James says didn't know. All right, Patrick says knew that. I'm not sure what you mean by so sad how he did those brothers. I'm not sure what you mean by that. What you mean by that, Trucking Lane? Tell me what you mean by that. So did I answer your question, Alex Express? Rick Ross owns all the wing stops in Memphis. Listen to me. If you don't, somebody else will. Why not let it be you? If you don't, somebody else will. I'm going to tell you that right now off the bat. That's why I had to steal this place. Because if I done somebody, an Asian person was, from what they tell me, and it's almost like a double-edged sword, because it's like a lot of the Asians, let's see, are taking advantage and moving over. What exposure, bro? I'm just gonna have to deal with this. I'm just have to deal with this, guys, for a moment. My light, it's gonna be a big change, but it's cool. I'm gonna get my light together. Oh, the McDonald's, the way the founder did it. Yes, Big Lanes. Yes, he was cold-blooded. When you say how he did the brothers, it hit me now. Yes, he was cold-blooded. Trucking Lane, he was cold-blooded the way that he did. But it was business, man. If it wasn't for the dude with the glasses fault, listen, you either gonna get right or you gonna get left. You gonna roll or get rolled over. You're either gonna bow down or you gonna get down. When it comes to business, that's what it is. Like this, like it's show business, not show friends. If it wasn't for him and his closed-mindedness, he's the reason why the brothers end up having the problem that they have, because he was trying to play. Listen, when they, you know what I'm saying, they taking advantage of everything, and I get it. But at the same time, he was like, how is it possible you say I took advantage of you? You the one with millions of dollars. You just got millions of dollars for doing nothing. Now, granted, they could have had billions of dollars, but they was thinking small-minded. When you think when you think pennies, you get pennies. When you think dollars, you get dollars. He was too busy thinking pennies. That's why he got pennies. But Ray Kroc was thinking dollars. That's why he got billions of dollars. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Let's see. You guys are asking some pretty good questions tonight. So we still at 65. Some of y'all ain't shared this. I ain't saying nothing else till y'all share this. We dropped down to 57. Y'all hit the share button right now. Share this. Share this in your group chat. Share this on your private Facebook group. Share this on your community feed if you are a creator. I'm not talking no more because y'all not sharing this. I ain't talking no more because y'all not sharing this. I can tell y'all not sharing it because the engagement rate. I know some of you guys are just watching and listening to me because it's like a podcast, you trucking, but at the same time, share this with some people. You're welcome, Alex Express. Absolutely, Trucking Lanes. Oh no, this isn't a Russian diver. This is actually a boat. This isn't a Russian diver. This is a boat. This is a yacht watch. You're very welcome, Gordon. I appreciate you. Any other questions, guys, before I get ready to call it a day? Schneider National Truck Driver layoffs. While we're waiting for this, there was this guy that I was going to respond to. I was in the process of relocating. I was in the process of dealing with customs, and this member, I'm gonna call him a member of the Inbred Empire, tried to entrap me. And this is the thing that bothers me so much about the Inbred Empire. So, the dude they call, I forgot his real name. They just call him Coach. I've never had any issues with them. I didn't see, this is the thing. I knew nothing of that world and nothing of them. I didn't know who's friends, who's enemies. I didn't know none of that stuff. Only thing I dealt with my clients that were in the trucking industry, and I make YouTube content. And I have a couple of viral things. You know, Jehovah God has been good to me. And their average channel is like 10,000 subscribers, 11,000 subscribers. And I'm gaining 10,000 subscribers per month on average until they started to attack me. I had no idea who they were. So I knew that this guy named Coach, he would talk about business stuff. And he would comment under my stuff. I never had any issues with the person at all. And I was in one of his lives, I think a couple of days ago. And a lot of people saw me in there and they're like, oh snap, Dean is in here, Dean is in here. Because I said my first time catching me live. If you guys know what I'm talking about, that's a little pepito, Peppo, a little puppy. If you guys know what I'm talking about, if you saw that, I want you to say saw it. If you didn't see it, I want you to say didn't see. And so this guy, and the reason why I call them all, I'm calling them all part of the Inbred Empire now because I don't know who these people are. So I knew that he was a business guy and he did coaching and live call-ins. So I went on his channel and a lot of people was like, oh, Dean is here, because I show love. Because I have no issues with him. I understand that he has a clan of friends that might have issues with me, but I didn't have issues with him. And so a lot of people was like, oh snap, Dean is here. You know what I'm saying? Because I was like catching you live for the first time. And then people started asking me questions. And my exact words were, I'm not here to answer questions, to do coaching. I do coaching on Sundays and Mondays on either my channel or TV's channel. I said, I am just here as a regular person. And so then I said that, and then he was like, well, no, Dean, if you want to answer people's questions, if people have questions, go ahead and answer them, because that's what this stream is about. So then one person asked the question and I answered it. And then this person said, well, I need help with my business credit. And then I said, well, what do you mean specifically? Kind of like the question that, like Vashawn, you guys know how I am. If somebody says something vague, I'll say, well, what do you mean specifically? Because I need specificity. And then when I said that, they started to attack me and was like, oh, you must be desperate. You coming here looking for business. And I was just like, silly troglodytes, y'all asked me for help. So it's like they do this entrapment thing. So the same person that asked for help was trying to say, oh, you must be desperate because you came here soliciting. So they end up blocking me because I was like, I'm not soliciting. What do you mean? Like, I'm here just to watch. But y'all are asking me questions. And then when I get in my teacher mode, now I'm soliciting. So anyway, after that happens, another member of the Inbred Empire has a video, says that he has something for me. And so they try to pull me they try to entrap me, and they're trying to get me caught up. Like I said, I'm not new to this, I'm true to this. I knew they were trying to do something the whole time. I recorded full-fledged conversations. So then one of them goes and says, well, Mr. E.DeanCole, he's desperate. He has nothing on this guy because he said that he needs my audio to build his case. And I'm like, listen, silly redneck, we're waiting on the judge. You understand what I'm saying? The case has already been made. It's already been played. He has 57 admissions that he has to answer to. We're waiting on the judge. My case has been made. And they're trying to make it seem like, oh, we're going to expose you. You don't have anything. And I'm like, silly rednecks. Like, I'm in the process of moving here to paradise. Like, why am I, like, I'm not even, I was going to do a video where I was going to talk about, it wasn't going to be part 4, because it's not part 4 yet, because part 4 is going to come after the judge rules. it was going to be just a video about the situation, because I was looking at a lot of comments from what people were saying, and I was going to use some audio that this person said they had, but they came to me, and so the person was like, "Oh, we're going to expose you on Sunday. We're going to expose you." There's no audio. I have the real full-fledged audio, and I was going to expose the full thing, but then I said, you know what? I'm not even going to do that, because all you guys know, all of my calls are recorded for quality assurance. I'm not new to this. I'm true to this. I'm not a businessman. I'm a businessman. Every last one of my calls are recorded because, one, we have E&O insurance, and I do legit consultation. So all of my consultations have to be recorded because we have 100% money back guarantee. And in order for our money back guarantee, like for instance, I was able to tell Renee Spence her entire phone call conversation she had with my assistant, because we go over them, because we're liable, because we have insurance. So the same way a trucker might have insurance on their equipment, I have insurance on my intellectual property and on the words that I say, because I'm a consultant. And this is the thing that they don't understand, they don't conceptualize. Like, I'm not somebody that you can just walk on the street and meet. Like, if you want my time, you have to pay $250, come into an office and sit down with me. You have to do that, or you have to schedule time to do that. It's not like I'm just a regular person that's just on YouTube. And I'm not saying this to impress you, but to impress upon you the dynamics of how my business works. So all of my phone calls are recorded, every last one of them. So I have the true audio of him trying to talk about his quote unquote, I say fake girlfriend, because I don't believe that that's true, because he was trying too hard. And I have everything. I have text messages, I have audio conversation, I have screenshots from Instagram. Like, I have all of that. Like, do you guys not know? Like, I understand you guys are sharp and smart for the redneck community, and I'm not saying that every person that's a trucker like this. I'm talking about for those dull hammers, dull nails, those individuals. Like, and it's not a me against you. It's not a black against white. It's just about business owner against, perfect example, an ironclad corporation versus a 1099. Like, it's legit. Like this person is making a video in a sweaty back of a truck. Nothing wrong with that. But look where I'm making my videos at. This person making a video with a field in the backyard with rats running around. I got whales jumping in the background. You know what I'm saying? I got seafood that I'm just eating. So at the same time, so I'm saying all of that to say I was going to do the video, but I said, it's not even worth it, because a lot of my business constituents was like, you're not even worth it. Like, I wouldn't address it until it's over with. And I said, you know what, you're right. But so there was supposed to be this big time audio of E.DeanCole, quote unquote, scratching and begging, but it's not none. What did they do today? They talk about one of their own going to jail for fraud. You know what I'm saying? Silly redneck, absolutely trucking lanes. Big Papa Burgers, chicken and waffles. So it's a new franchise called Big Papa Burgers, chicken and waffles. They can't touch your Odyssey. It's just, the only reason why I bring it up is because that individual needed to pay for what that person did, because they went too far. Like the redneck that's a part of the empire, he was like, you could sue me. I'm not going to, because you're not, like you said, you're not bothering me. But the other person that was very hateful, the little Willie guy, he went above and beyond, and he damaged me. And I had to, you got to deal with it. You dig what I'm saying? So he's going to pay for the damages that he caused and created. The other person, that stuff don't matter. You know what I'm saying? But what the other person did, this did. And that's the reason why that person is getting his just desserts. All right, you're going to call the office and sign up this week, Renee? That's awesome. The Goat God says, YouTube channel. All right. All right, so Big Bear the trucker says, can I turn my original LLC to an ironclad? No, you can get an ironclad corporation You can't. I mean, no, because it's already been created. So what makes an ironclad corporation ironclad is that it's created in anonymity. And so because it's created in anonymity, that's the reason why it gets that title ironclad. So it's not going to do the exact same thing as the other stuff. It's not going to do the same thing as just converting it over. So that's why it won't be considered ironclad. But you are able to get some protection out of it. So since you are able to get some protection out of it, hold on for a second. So since you are able to get some protection out of it, you are able to get some protection out of it. So what you're going to need to do is just have another corporation. So just get a whole nother corporation, especially unless, and this is the thing, the person that asked that question, my question to you is, have you done your taxes under your LLC, and have you done more than $20,000 reported to the IRS? If you have done more than that, and if you already have a business running, then it will be worth it to convert. It'll be able to convert. And it'll be worth it. But if you have an LLC and you're out of compliance and you have not, and you have to pay compliance fees anyway, it's better for you to just create an ironclad corp and start fresh if you haven't done anything with it. Because if you have an LLC, how old is your LLC? Who is that asked that question? Big Bear the trucker. Let me ask you, how long have you had your LLC, and have you established and built anything on your LLC, or has it just been sitting? Like, are you up to date with your Ishmael Bay is in the building. What's up, Ishmael? I need to make you a mod, Ishmael, and that means you need to come and watch my videos a lot more. I'm making you a moderator, Ishmael. Ishmael, you are a moderator, so that means you need to come and stop through a lot more. I need your help to prevent against the trolls. So yes, so Big Bear Trucker, let me know, have you done anything with it, or is it just like sitting? So help me to know, help me to understand. Hey Brandy, how are you doing? You will do so, no problem. Thanks so much for that, Ishmael. Ish, we need to really catch up on those speaking engagements out of Vegas, man. We really need to catch up on those. I am winning, Brandy. Thanks so much for asking. Brandy, hit that share button and hit that like button. Ishmael, share this on your public feed. Share this on your public feed. And also share this in your private Facebook groups. Thanks so much for that, T-Con. I am winning, T-Con. Thank you so much for asking. If you want to know how to send a 1099 to a company, Alex, what you need to do is you need to make sure that you get with your accountant, do your taxes. Make sure you list them on your taxes, and then you create your 1099, and then you want to send it certified mail. Send it certified mail, so that way you have a receipt that they received it. So that way you'll be protected in case you get audited with the IRS. You'll be able to provide that stating that you provided that company with the 1099. So that's how you would do that. So you would get with an accountant to do your taxes. And then once you get with an accountant to do your taxes, then you're going to do your 1099. They're going to ask, do you have any business entities that you need to 1099? You will. And then the best thing for you to do is send it certified mail receipt. So you have undeniable proof that you served them with it, so they can't say they didn't have it, because you're going to get taxed. Your taxes is going to be passed through to them. So Marcel says, I've been working on my credit for over a year now, so that when we connect, I'll be in the best possible position for success. That's awesome, Marcel. I appreciate it. You know, Marcel, you have been rocking for a long time, and you have been working for a year. I really appreciate that. All right, so you're doing a lease purchase using your LLC, and you filed it last year. That's very good. So you created it for a year, and the lease purchase is in your name, in your business name. So that's very good. So if that's the case, Big Bear Trucker, what you would need to do is you can create it won't be ironclad. You can create a corporation, and I can show you how to. What I would suggest that you do is you create a holding company. And if you create an ironclad corporation and you create a holding company, and then allow that holding company to manage that LLC, which will give you some protection. It won't be ironclad, but it still will give you some protection. The reason why it won't be ironclad, because you already have a 12-month paper trail. Does that make sense? Does that make sense to everybody? So when you convert a regular business to an ironclad corporation, because an ironclad corporation, you don't know who owns it. An ironclad corporation, you can own $10 million of assets. Can't nobody touch it. Can't nobody impute it. Can't nobody pierce a corporate veil. It's untouchable. Can't nobody, not even the government. That's why it's called an ironclad corporation. But nobody knows unless you want them to know that you own it. You dig what I'm saying? But when you have a company that you convert over, there's a paper trail of it converting. But now they'll know there's an asset, and they'll know what's inside the asset, but they still can't touch it. But at least they'll know. But when you do an ironclad corporation from the jump, or you go to an ironclad corporation and you build stuff underneath the ironclad corporation, they can't touch it with a 10-foot pole. There's nothing they can do about it. They don't even know what's in it. All right, so Brandy says that makes sense. Absolutely. So Trucking Lane says it makes sense. All right, guys, talk to me now. Only 2 people talking to me now? Let's see. Let's see how many people we got watching live. 61 people watching live. I think I might just call this live from the Dominican Republic. All right, so Odyssey, it costs $750 to start an ironclad corporation. And what we do for you is we create everything for you. We create your business entity for you. We create your operating agreement. We create your filing with the IRS, and we open up a business checking account for you. You just have to fund it. So all of that is created within 72 hours, and it's $750. Now, that's not building business credit and getting funding. That's not what Renee Spence did. Okay? Being able to build your credit, being able to get funding and all the other stuff, that's completely separate. Okay? That's something that's separate. But being able to have an ironclad corporation with the same type of results that Renee Spence had, you're unstoppable. So what a lot of people do is that they'll purchase an ironclad corporation and then go themselves to build business credit, get the mentorship, building business credit, through the course, building business credit for themselves. That's what a lot of people do. Some people choose to do a corporate build out. A corporate build out is where they pay $5,000 one-time fee, and then in 4 months they have a corporation, an ironclad corporation, and they have a couple $100,000 in funding. So that is what that is. That's an ironclad corporation. That's different. It's a one-time fee of $5,000. It takes us 4 months to be able to do that for you, and then you're good. So that's the difference. So you guys, if you guys understand, I want you to say, got it, okay? So you can build business credit on an ironclad corporation, or you can build business credit on a regular LLC, or you can build business credit on a regular S Corp, or a regular C Corp, or a regular INC, depending on what your issues is. Some of you guys don't need an ironclad corporation. Some of you guys, y'all ain't got no kids. You don't have nobody trying to attack you. You're very low key. You're not trying to do anything that's going to put you in a public spotlight. You're not trying to own real estate. You don't need an ironclad corporation. Prime example, like Renee Spence. She's a female, so she ain't got no baby mama drama because she don't have to protect herself against family court because she's a female. Men need to protect ourselves from family court. Women don't need to protect themselves from family court. Second thing is she purchased a franchise of a cleaning business. So she doesn't have to worry about real estate. She doesn't have to worry about that. So everybody doesn't need that. So this is the thing. It's not a one size fits all. I know we live in this clannish society, and these quote unquote fake gurus on social media will tell you it's one way or the highway. No, it's their program they're trying to sell you. But as a consultant, I'm just like a doctor. I'm 6'4". Right now, I'm 260 something pounds. I'm gonna be a lot smaller than that in the next couple of months. But right now, I'm 260. The dosage for my medicine isn't the same dosage as somebody that is a Caucasian woman that is 5'9" and 125 pounds. Our dosages are different. You guys understand? If you guys understand that, I want you to say, understand, okay? I want you to participate with me. I want you to make a mind-muscle connection. Even if you're watching this on the replay, I want you to participate with me as even if you're watching live. Because this is very important. You get all these quote-unquote fake gurus. They don't know nothing. They done read one book, and they think their one way that they found out is the right way. And they're underqualified to be a coach. They're underqualified to be a consultant because they don't know the vicissitudes of success. And I'm not saying this to talk down on people, but I've been in banking and finance for almost 18 years. And I had to learn the different ways, the different vicissitudes to get people to their success. Because this is the thing. You will have somebody cutting off something that is good for them. Like, for instance, the trucker guy. Big, what's my man name? What's my man name? Hold on for a second. What's my man name? Hold on. Big Bear. Let me see. Like, for instance, Big Bear Trucker. If a novice person who doesn't understand banking and finance would tell Big Bear, yeah, shut down your LLC and get a S corporation because they watched one of my videos and now they want to be a coach. So they heard me say it, so they regurgitate what they think is the right way, and that will end up hurting him because they wouldn't know the threshold of 22,000. They wouldn't know the benefit of having a 12-month seasoned corporation. They wouldn't know. So that the reason why I say that is that it's very important for you to vet who your quote-unquote gurus are. It's not one size fits all. You have to go to a specialist. They have to ask questions. When you go to the doctor, they have to take your blood. They need to know your blood type. They need to know what you are allergic to. They need to know how you're going to react. The exact same thing. An ironclad corporation is not the best thing for everybody. I wouldn't suggest a female get an ironclad corporation. You don't have to unless you're about to do some major real estate and you got a lot of chicks hating on you because it's a hot girl summer. If you see yourself being a mogul, if you see yourself being in the limelight, if you see yourself really doing things that cause a lot of liability to you as a female, then yes, you need it. But 90% of the females, and this is no disrespect, I'm just talking as a business consultant that has 18 years of experience, about to be 19 years of experience. What year is this? This is 20, it's going to be 20 years next year. So 19 years of experience. So on my January 31st, matter of fact, specifically December the 18th was when I got into the business, which will be 20 years of experience. Man, I'm getting old. I forgot a whole year. But I said all of that to say this, is that if it's not for that, I'm not talking down, but the majority of the female entrepreneurs that I know, they are very low key, very successful, multi-millionaires, not in the limelight. They don't have a lot of liability on their business structure. They might have a clothing line. You don't need an ironclad corporation with a clothing line. Matter of fact, you want people to know that it's yours because that's going to make your clothing line go up. A lot of them have makeup lines. A lot of them have consulting businesses. A lot of them have those type of businesses that they're going to want for people to know about. But as for a man, you can have those same type of businesses, but because of court systems, because of child support system, because of family law, because of the aggression of other men wanting to take down other men, just because we need that more than a lot of other women do. And that's what made me create the Ironclad Corporation, because a lot of my clients was asking, Dean, how do I protect myself against this? How do I do asset protection against that? And I'm not saying this to talk down on any female. I'm just talking about statistics. If you guys feel me, I want you to say feel you. If you guys understand, and ladies, if you are watching and you get where I'm coming from, give me some hearts. If you disagree with me and you're like, Dean, how misogynistic of you, Dean, you ought to be ashamed of yourself, let's talk about it. Let's have an open, honest conversation about it. And I'm not saying all women. I'm just talking about what I've seen in my 19 years of consulting, working in banks, working with banking and finance, and understanding the judicial system. I'm just talking about me. Thank you so much for Odyssey gave me the hearts. Brandy gave me the hearts. Thank you so much for that, ladies. Odyssey says, feel you. Marcel says, for sure. Thank you so much for that, ladies. All right, Marcel says, understand. Thank you so much for that. All right, Guy says, do you have to have an existing business to take my course? No. The best thing for you to do is to be working for somebody else while you're building your business. Running your business and building your business are two separate things. It's better for you to work for somebody else, drive company if you're in the trucking industry, work a regular 9 to 5, or while you're in school, learn how to build the backbone of your business so when you do go out to run your business, you now have a cushion. You now have business credit that's separate from your personal credit. You now have operating money. You now have money. The problem in our society, people say, ooh, I want to start a business. Tomorrow they start trapping out the bando. They start trapping out their trunk. And then that's the reason why most businesses fail, because they're not prepared. A lot of people don't have Becky where they can get loans from Aunt Becky or Aunt Sue or Uncle Jim. They have nobody that they can depend on. It's nobody but them and Jehovah God. And the best thing for you to do is to count the cost. The number one best-selling book that taught me to be the best business consultant that I know of says a man first counts the cost to build a house unless he is ridiculed because he doesn't have enough to build. So that's how my course is designed. We're going to teach you step by step on how to build a business. But I think you know that already. I think you're just asking questions because you want to ask questions. We're going to teach you how to build your business. You don't have to already have a business. But I think you know that already. I think you're just asking questions, but you're delaying and you're procrastinating because you've asked that question on multiple lives now. So simple as Susie says, it's based on net worth and income. If that's how you feel, that's fine. And that, like I said, once again, if that's what you want to do, if it's based on your income and your net worth, then that's fine. But the type of a tax that the male business gets is not the same type of a tax that a female business gets. That's just a fact. And if you want to protect yourself because of your assets, then that's fine. You can. But I'm talking about specifics. Like I said, 90% of the female business owners that I know of don't need it. So guess what? There's 10% that do. And Susie, you might be a part of the 10%. And that's fine. I did not say all. I did not say 100%. I said 90% versus 10%. So that means that you're part of the minority, which is great. That's fine. That's very good, Susie. Odyssey says the course is great. You'll advise anyone to sign up. Thank you very much for that, Odyssey. I appreciate that. So Renee Spence says, when I first signed up for Dean's course, I didn't know what business I wanted to start. Absolutely, because what the course is mentorship and teaching you how to start a business. You have an idea of what you want to do. We help you bring it to pass. So like Renee says she didn't know what she wanted to do. She just knows she wanted to do something. And that's the reason why it irritates the black off my back when I see people talk about these network marketing things, because what it does is it takes somebody like a Renee Spence that has an idea to do something but don't know what to do and exploit it, instead of getting true mentorship and honing her craft to now she's able to franchise out and have a legitimate multi-million-dollar business that can't nobody take from her. Absolutely. All right, so Marlo, if you want to start buying property, then you definitely should do an Ironclad Corporation, build up business credit for that, if that's what you want to do. The thing about it is this, I think a lot of people misunderstand. YouTube has a society of truckers, little trucker YouTubers. If I had some clients that were in the beauty industry, which I do have a couple of them, then I would have a lot of beauty clients. So business credit, it don't matter. Let me show you guys something. This is what business credit is. So here's 500 pesos, right? 500 pesos. There's 500 pesos. This 500 pesos can buy whatever the 500 pesos wants to buy. That's what business credit is. This is 500 pesos right here. It can buy whatever it wants to buy. With business credit, it's the exact same thing. Whether you want to use it to buy a $70,000 tractor trailer or use it to buy a $70,000 condo, nothing stops you. Or use it to buy $70,000 worth of cleaning supplies. Or use it to buy $70,000 worth of watches to resell. Don't limit yourself. Don't make it hard. You can do whatever you want to do with business credit. You guys understand that. I don't know why people think that because I have a lot of clients that are in the trucking industry, it's only for trucking. I don't understand why. Help me to understand. You guys tell me, am I saying something or am I doing something that make people think that it's specific for a certain type of business? Because I want to stop doing that. If I'm doing that, I want to stop, and I don't know what I'm doing to make people think that. You guys tell me, what do I do or what am I not doing? Because I have, so how to start a business. I have videos that says how to start a business. I think I don't have one business. I don't think I have one video that says how to start a trucking business. Not on my platform. Now on my business partner, Trucker Brown's platform. And I know that when I started my channel, I showed you guys how I funded one of my businesses, which happens to be a trucking business. But now, I'm a lot more transparent about international properties that I might have and different things like that. That's protected because I'm protecting myself from a roaring lion. That's like a lion, that's trying to seek what they can devour. But what do I do? Like, what am I doing that make people think it's only for a certain industry? Like Renee Spence, prime example. Renee Spence owns a cleaning company. And when she enrolled into the course, she didn't know what she wanted, but now she owns a cleaning company, a successful franchise. And we're going to get more franchises underneath her belt as well in the executive coaching. So, help me to understand, what is it? I know I have a very popular business partner, and he's had tremendous success, who happens to be in the trucking industry, but maybe I should partner with other YouTubers that aren't, but I like Trucker Brown TB is my legit friend. So the stuff that I do for him, I don't do for a lot of people. Like, I don't just go on people's platform and just give them free content. I just don't do that. You got to pay me $250 an hour to get me to give you content. Like, people ask me for interviews all the time. I never charge TB because he's my friend. He's my man. I love him. You dig what I'm saying? I legit love that guy. He's a friend of mine. You dig what I'm saying? So he was a client before he was a friend, but we just happened to be friends. Like I said, a lot of my clients, I was consulting for a couple of years before I started doing YouTube, and all of my clients that were in the YouTube space that happened to be truckers pushed me and told me to start doing YouTube videos because I had viral Facebook videos, and I was just teaching on just business period. And because there's a thing like the YouTube trucker thing is huge, and so they just start telling me to teach on YouTube. And Renee, how did you find me? Renee, did you find me from Facebook, Instagram, or YouTube? Let me know. And I'm about to read these comments because I really do want to know, is there something that I do that helps me, that maybe I should do separate videos and say how to start. Maybe I should do the top 10 businesses and do maybe 10 videos each on how to start one of those businesses. Maybe that one that'll help with content, but then also I think maybe that'll help so people can understand that you can do any type of business. What's going on? The Little Guy Show is in the building. What's up, Little Guy Show? Little Guy Show, do me a favor. Go ahead and share this live with your community. Little Guy Trucker is in the building. We was just talking, Little Guy, about business and business development. How are you feeling, my man? All right, so Alex Express says, Dean, you do appeal to truckers because you have a blue-collar type of approach, also have a white-collar type of approach, and that's good. Yeah, so I think it's just because as a consultant, the #1 best-selling book of all time that taught me to be the best business coach says you have to be all things to all men so you can win some. So, man, this guy really died. Let me see what I can do about the lights. Oh, give me a second, guys, because the sun is going down. The sun is setting. Let me see what I can do about the lighting. Give me some more gain. Gain. There we go. More gain. There we go. That's beautiful. That's beautiful. You guys can see me a lot better? We good? We Gucci? There we go. I'm not so dark. No. Hold on for a second, guys. I'm done with my Presidente. Let me get another light in here. And I'm going to come back and read the comments. Little Guy Show is in the building. Me and Little Guy Trucker is going to do a collaboration real soon. Give me a moment, guys. To the rescue, here I am. Oh, wait a minute, you don't go there. All right, guys, give me a moment. Give me a moment, guys. Alright, guys, I had to get me some jugo de mochila, some apple juice. Oh, my shirt looked dirty. It's alright, it is what it is. I put some cigar stain on it from when I dropped it. Alright, so let's go ahead and look and see these comments. So let's see what I said. Alright, so, do you recommend virtual address for a business? Absolutely, Edmund Anthony. You're not going to be able to build business credit without a real business address. You have to have one, even if you don't have even if you are working, from home. You're not going to be able to build business credit without one, unless you're able to have a full-time. If you have a legitimate full-time location. All right. Let's see. No, you're not. So Brandy says I'm not. Trucking Lane says no, I'm not. All right. So Odyssey says no because I want to go into real estate and I feel you help with everything. Thanks so much for that, Odyssey. So why do people think that then? Like, what's causing people to think that? What do you think? So Alex says it's because a lot of them can relate to me because I talk regular. I know how to talk, both ways, blue collar and white collar. All right, so James says you get what I'm saying. I appreciate that. Little Guy Show came. You found me through YouTube, Renee. Thank you so much for that. Thanks so much, Little Guy Show. I appreciate you for sharing the live. So Brandy says, TB mentioned you, and I came over, watched a few videos, and been following you ever since. Thanks so much for that, Brandy. You found me through TB. Okay, I think maybe that's the reason why a lot of people think that. All right. So DJ says, what are the top 10 businesses to run? That's a very good question. I'm going to answer that after I finish going through these questions. Top 10 businesses would be awesome. Okay, Marlo. All right, so T-Con says, I think you appeal to everyone. I'm a real estate agent and an investor. That's awesome, T-Con. Thank you very much for that, Shabazz. I appreciate that. So Marcel says, you think that some people see me as a threat and don't like to see me succeed. You're not doing anything wrong. Keep shining. Thank you very much for that. I appreciate that. I had to take one of the house lamps and bring it out here. It's giving me some light. I learned a lot to take my business to the next level. Thank you very much for that, T-Con. The little guy is talking with everybody. That's good stuff. Doing great. Yes, little guy. The sound of little guy. The sound of the ocean is amazing. Because my suite is right here. So the master suite is right here. So right here is my living room, my kitchen. Then the other half, because this place is huge. It's a huge half a corner. Like I stole this. This is a luxury condo. I stole this. The master quarters is there. And I open up the windows, like it's a wall of windows, and they just fold open. And I just lay and listen to the ocean all night. It's amazing, the little guy. Matt, I just call you Matt. It's amazing, Matt. The little guy show, it's amazing. Where is this? When you say where is this, Mark, help me understand. I live in the Dominican Republic, Mark. Top 10 businesses will be awesome and some testimonials so people see your formula works. Yes, Ishmael, I think that'll be good too. So if you look, like I think I have, oh man, did my phone just die? Shoot, my phone just died. I'm gonna have to go get the charger. This is Jugo de Mochila. My cabeza, my beer is gone. So I'm, like I said, in the Dominican Republic, the number one thing for hydration is apple juice and water. So don't be thinking, did you getting drunk? No, I'm Gucci, I'm good. But I need to charge my phone. I need to talk to TV about going live. It's 7 o'clock. I think he wants me to go live at 9. I think I'm gonna go live at 9 o'clock. But I'm gonna go live at 9 o'clock. I'm probably gonna change my clothes. I might change to a different polo. I'm definitely gonna change to a different polo because I got this stain on it, and it's gonna be messing with me the whole live. So yeah, I'm gonna change. I'm gonna go live with TV and change. But let me go get my charger. Give me a second. I'm tripping. right, guys, I'm going to answer these last few questions and let my phone charge up. And I'm going to go live on Trucker Brown's channel tonight at 8 o'clock. So in an hour, I'm going to finish these questions. And then in an hour, I'm going to go live on Trucker Brown's channel. And I'm going to talk about, it's going to be about trucking. I'm going to talk about how to be a trucker and also have a good quality of life. How to enjoy a good quality of life. That's what I think I'm going to talk about tonight. All right, so let me see these last few questions. Any few questions, guys, and Odyssey, yes, a church would be a great business address as long as it is legitimate, a legitimate storefront, not somebody's house that they turned into a church. A church would be a very good business address, Odyssey, because it's zoned residential, it's zoned commercial. As long as it's zoned commercial, it's a great business address. Anything that's zoned commercial, not zoned residential, but zoned commercial. Let's see. I'm gonna have to move. I have to move the table a little bit, but it's cool though. I'll do that after I finish. All right. All right, Big Bear the Trucker, you want to get back on track, contact the office, Big Bear the Trucker. You can get back on track and I will waive your cancellation fee. So Big Bear Trucker, just contact the office and I will get you back on track again. As long as you get back on track this week though, stop playing around. You got the money, invest it into yourself. Get back on track, I'll waive your cancellation fee. Just re-enroll, but you have to do it this week. Big Bear Trucker, if you don't do it this week, I'm not going to waive your cancellation fee. You have to do it this week. I sold it, TC. All right, any other questions? All right, the next two questions I am going to answer the next two questions and then I'm going to get ready to change. I'm looking at the lighting picture. Yes, TK, I do still have the executive coaching. That's what Renee Spence and I have been talking about. She wants to enroll. So yes, I do have the executive coaching. Next question, guys, and I'm going to get ready to go. All right, Alex Express, if you want to do another consultation. Alex Express did a consultation with me maybe a year ago. If you want to schedule time, contact the office. You're very welcome, Mark Ely. Like I said, in an hour, I'm going to answer one last question. Okay, so Big Bear, you paid for it in full. You just wasn't in it long enough. Okay. Well, Big Bear Trucker, if you want to re-enroll, you can re-enroll, pay for it in full, so you don't have any fees at all. But I will give you a re-enrollment discount. But like I said, only this week. If you want to get back on track, you can do it this week to get back on track. And then we can get you back on track. Absolutely. All right, you'll be there, Little Guy Show? Absolutely. All right, guys, you got any other questions? One other real good question, and then I'm gonna get ready to go. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to. I gotta play around with this lighting because the sun is setting. Let me play around with this lighting real quick. See gain. Okay, I'll take my gain all the way up to the top. Let's see. Okay. Okay, that's good. Okay, that's good. That's pretty good. Take my gain all the way up, and then let me look at my exposure. Configure video. Let's look at my exposure. Okay, it's too bright. Okay, well, that looks good. Oh, no, that's too dark. The background looks good, but I look too dark. Let me play with my exposure. All right, guys, I think that is it. I'm going to play around with this again in an hour because the sun is going to get darker and darker. And we're good to go. All right, guys, listen. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. If you don't know it, you can learn it. If you have not yet met the person, you can meet them. If you don't have the character, you can develop it. The only person stopping you from being successful is you. Go get them. Success is waiting for you.